Hey guys, welcome to another module in the Energizing Sleep Challenge. Today we're going to cover advanced anxiety relief technique. Now we've already covered several of the techniques for the basic anxiety relief that's fast and quick, but sometimes there are things that's really outside of our control. Sometimes there are disruptions and really like significant event in our life that's really putting us in a situation where we get very anxious and we need that additional help. And this is where these advanced techniques come in. I'm going to introduce you to two specific techniques today for you to help you explore and hopefully bring relief to the stress that you're going through and sleep a lot better. So let me melt away and let me get you started. What will you cover today? We're going to cover two advanced stress or anxiety relief technique. We're going to cover how do you actually perform these techniques, as well as how you can put them into action so you can get benefit from these techniques. So the two advanced stress relief technique that I'm going to cover is emotional freedom technique is the first one, and we'll cover the description a little bit later, and mindfulness-based stress reduction. Now both of these we're going to cover. We're not going to go in depth. It's basically an introductory session so you become aware that there are these tools that exist. It's not an in-depth understanding. We'll get you to do the tapping, the emotional freedom technique with me right now, and I'll refer to a detailed video where John Kabat-Zinn walk you through how you do MBSR. But before we go into the actual techniques, let me just tell you a little bit about them. So what is the emotional freedom technique? What it's going for is that it's fast. It's free. You can perform anytime, anywhere. It's easy to repeat, but it is best combined with something else. What's the downside of doing that? Well, sometimes you've got people who try to make this bigger than what it really is. It's a stress relief, which is really good. It may help you overcome some emotional blockers or phobias, but it's not a cure. It's not going to cure any cancer or help people with dementia or any of that, right? It's not a cure. And a lot of the evidence is from people doing it and they felt a whole lot better. You may attribute this to placebo effect, but who cares? Think about this. If you get relief from your anxiety by doing a placebo that's free, that's easy to take, that you can have any time, with no side effect, why not? Why wouldn't you want to feel better just because it's a placebo? Who cares? It works. Use it. So that's my perspective. But if you want something that's a little bit more sciencey, mindfulness-based stress reduction is your thing. What does it offer over the EFT? A huge amount of scientific validation. There's a lot of it's used in the medical context. It's taught in majority of hospitals in the world, and it's really helpful when you have a very significant stress or trauma, PTSD, that type of thing. And it's best really, again, still not in isolation, combined with other like psychotherapy, with psychiatry potentially, but this is something that's a little bit more rigorous. The downside is it takes quite a bit of time to perform. You really need a dedicated time every day to do this to get the benefit of this. So it's quite dramatic contrast. One is fast, anytime, anywhere. You can do it yourself. You don't need to see anyone. The other one is much more involved, but probably more suitable for more serious cases of stress and anxiety. But there you go. I'm going to show you both. I'm going to give you a taste of both so you can try it and see which one you like best. Okay, let's talk about EFT in a little bit more detail. It's derived from transfield therapy, so TFT. You can call it a simplified version of TFT. So TFT has been around for a while. This is a simplified version of this. It was introduced by Gary Craig in 1995. So he formalized and systemized the approach based on what he's learned from TFT and based on his clients' needs of something that's a little bit generic, covers a lot of situations, a lot of emotional problems, and less complicated. Like TFT, you have got special, they call recipe for different type to address different type of problem, and whereas EFT, it's the same recipe. You just change the phrase. You talk to yourself. TFT, you have to actually think more, whereas EFT, you'll be talking as well as tapping. Now, it is used all over the world. Millions of people use it to actively reduce stress. It's not a cure for anything, so be wary of like crazy, insane claim. Just think of it. Stress reduction, it's fantastic. It's pain relief for a lot of people work really well. Phobias work really well. Trauma, potentially, but try it. It's free. There's no clear, real mechanism of how it works. There's theories. It's based on meridian, which is the flow of energy. That same thing that acupuncture is based on. You're tapping a lot of the same pressure points, and acupuncture is a well-proven therapy to help numerous people with pain, with chronic illnesses. So take it for what it is. If it works, if it helps you, great. And lastly, there you go. I've already said it. Try it. It's risk-free. And we're going to do some tapping together. Now, sorry, before that, I thought we were going to do tapping. We're going to introduce you to MBSR. Now, MBSR was founded by Jon Kabat-Zinn in 1979. It's really based on some ancient Buddhist meditation and mindfulness practices. But what Jon Kabat-Zinn has realized is you don't need all that religious baggage to make this work. And in fact, mindfulness is not just exclusive to Eastern traditions. You have Christian meditations and Christian phrases that we can say, like Abba's prayer, which is a Christian-based prayer. It's a form of mindfulness practice, but based on Christianity. So it's actually universal. But what he has done is taken this, secularize it, make it open, accessible to everybody, and so that all people, regardless of your faith, regardless of your belief, will be able to practice and actually get benefit from the stress reduction. It's widely used in hospital worldwide, I've mentioned that, and it's based on significant amount of scientific research where they literally put EEG, electroencephalogram, I could never pronounce that, EEG, measure your brain wave, and you can see an obvious stress reduction. And through magnetic resonant imaging, you can actually see the brain structure literally change when you do MBSR. So it is well proven to work. How do you now perform some of these stress reduction techniques, these advanced techniques? Well, I'm going to show you one thing. I'm going to show you EFT right now because I don't want to leave you away. I don't want to leave you without giving you something really cool, right? Here's something really cool. Now, before you begin, I want you to raise your rate your level of anxiety and stress from -10 to 10. Right? Just feel what it is like. Just imagine yourself, oh, this is the most stressful I have ever felt, and that's feel what it's like. I'm sure you've all experienced it. We live in a hyper-stressed world. When is it when you're most stressed? And make that -10. Whereas 10, you're awesome. You're feeling the best ever. That's positive 10. Where would you rate yourself? And you can't begin until you write it down. So just rate yourself from -10 to 10. If 0, you're neutral. Positive, you're getting a bit closer to 10. Negative, you're getting closer to the worst you've ever felt. So write that down. I'm going to write it down myself because this is really important. Do not start tapping until you've written it down, because you need to get a how would you say, independent baseline, right? Don't experience the technique for what it is, just follow, and that's growth mindset. Experience it, and then you judge it. Okay, so right now I'm probably about 5. There's a lot have to finish a lot of recording, so I'm not 10. See if I can improve. Okay, so you're going to rate it -10. So stressed, I'm going to explode. 10, I'm so fully alive and positive. I've just rated myself +5. Write it down. I've written it on a tablet. You can write it out on whatever takes your fancy. All right, we will tapping. Now, let me share with you the phrase you'll be uttering for stress reduction while you're tapping. You'll be saying, this is the full version. Even though I suffer from stress, anxiety, I deeply and profoundly love myself. If you feel awkward saying that, you probably need a lot of self-compassion, a lot of love, and less critical. Criticality and self-criticism is recipe for stress, for depression, for living far below your potential. You're not making yourself better by criticizing yourself. There's tons of studies that demonstrate for you to be the best version of yourself, you need self-compassion. And I'm not going to go into the positive psychology research that's performed over the last 15, 20 years, but it is conclusive. When you're able to demonstrate self-compassion, you're more likely to improve yourself, you're more likely to learn from others, you're more likely to be calmer and sleep better and be less stressful. So do that. Love yourself. Give your permission. And that's the long version. We're going to start off with the long version. Then we're going to tap the various points in your meridian. And with a short version where you just say stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety. Don't worry about remembering all this. Just follow along. Enjoy the journey with me. And we will be tapping a few points. There's a point on top of your head. So I'm going to make myself a lot bigger now. And let me see if I can blow away the background. So, there you go. I will make myself bigger so you can see properly. Okay, top of your head, right in the middle. Just right on the top, in the center of your skull. You're going to tap on top of your eyebrow. So here, if you can see top of your eyebrow, you're going to tap on the side of your eyes. Right below your eyes, you're going to tap the middle, just under your nose, above your chin, just in the middle here. Hopefully you can see it. On your collarbone, just right in the edge where there's a little bit of bony hole structure there. You're going to tap just about, if you measure your armpit, just about that distance, a big spread hand, and just below that. Okay, in your ribs, you're going to tap like that. Then we're going to tap this finger, the inside. We're going to tap the index finger on the inside, just above your nails. So hopefully you can see that. The middle finger, we're going to tap the little finger. And we're going to tap the karate chop point just here. Okay? So don't worry about memorizing all the things. I'll show you where to tap. I'm just giving you a heads up. You'll be tapping your karate chop point. And this is where we'll start. We'll start with the karate, head, here, 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 all while uttering the phrase, even though I suffer from stress and anxiety, I deeply and profoundly love myself. Okay? And you're going to tap, 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 tap. Okay, that's a sequence, and we will finish up with a closing technique to tap what's called the gamut point, which is between your ring finger, your little finger. There's a little space. Okay, so your ring finger and your little finger, there's a space in there, just right there. That's where you'll be tapping. What fingers you use to tap? I suggest 2 fingers. Okay, just tap like this. Practice with me. Tap, 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 tap. Okay, this is going to feel a little bit strange for some of you, but heck, you're here to learn, aren't you? Right? We can all experience something new. Let go of your judgment and let's just try this with me. Are you ready to begin? Okay, so ready? So we're gonna start with the karate chop point, and just follow me. Just follow me. Don't worry. I've got you. I've got your handle. You don't have to do it exactly right. You will benefit from this. So now that I've rated positive 5, I'm gonna start. Okay, tap, 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 tap. Even though I suffer from stress and anxiety, I deeply and profoundly love myself. Even though, follow along, I suffer from stress and anxiety, I deeply, profoundly love myself. Even though I suffer from stress and anxiety, I deeply and profoundly love myself. Tap away, tap the top, stress and anxiety. Okay, top of the head, top of your eyebrow, middle, stress and anxiety. Side corner of eyes, stress and anxiety. Bottom of eye, stress and anxiety. Okay, middle, below your nose, stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety, chin, stress and anxiety, collarbone. Okay, under the armpit, stress and anxiety. Okay, stress and anxiety. Okay, fingers, thumb, stress and anxiety. Index fingers on the inside near the nail, stress and anxiety. Middle finger, stress and anxiety. Okay, outer finger, stress and anxiety. Now back to here, karate chop, stress and anxiety. And then just let it sit. How do you feel? Now assess yourself again. I reckon, for myself at least, I'm about positive 7. Definitely feel more relaxed. I'm demonstrating, so I do get a little bit nervous in case I get it wrong, but I'm about positive 7. So I'm just showing you, written down. And if you're happy with that, let's close off with a lock-in sequence. And this is a sequence, once you can repeat that exercise as many times as you want until you feel you're done, you're a lot better, and it's time to lock away the benefit. This is what you do to close. So you've got the gamut point, which is between the ring finger and your little finger and here. And you're going to do some eye exercises with me, and you're going to hum happy birthday, and you're going to do some numbering exercises. There's all a reason around that. I'll explain later, but that's just lock this benefit away for you. Would that be okay? Yes, I think I heard yes. So you're going to tap away, but close your eyes. Keep on tapping. Open your eyes. Keep on tapping. Look to the lower right. So eyes, lower right. Keep on tapping. Back to center. Keep on tapping. Lower left. The other side. Bottom left. Keep on tapping with your eyes. Back to center with your eyes. I want you to roll your eyes whichever direction. Okay? Roll your eyes the other direction. Okay. And you're going to hum happy birthday for 5 seconds. Okay, you're going to count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4. Backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to hum again. Okay, and you're going to finish off with a little bit more tapping. And that is it. There you go. Your first EFT session done. How long did that take? Minutes, right? You're learning it for the first time. It'll be a little bit clumsy. You're not quite used to it. But there you go. It really doesn't take much to actually practice. Now, the reason why I get you to hum and I get you to count numbers, because remember the creative, the musical, and the logical side are two different type of brains. We're just stimulating both to lock that benefit away. So we want to cross between logical, creative, creative, logical. And that's why I get you to hum. But then the rolling of the eyes, again, your eyes are tied to your nerves, your neural system. That is just a way to locking things in. That is the theory. Okay? Is that true scientific? I don't know. Who knows? Does it work? That's the only thing that matters for you. So this is my gift to you. It's a very simple session. I'm not giving you an in-depth explanation to EFT, but this is something that's worked for a lot of people, and I hope that you'll also do the same for you. Okay, that is enough for me, and I'm going to melt away and show you the tapping step. Not dancing. We've already done the tapping step. And MBSR. I've got a link to a video by John Kabat-Zinn, the man himself, who will guide you through a mindfulness-based stress reduction session. So go and watch this, and when this video is over, just go and watch his video, and I believe it will make a big difference to your stress level, because I have experienced it myself. I've done a lot of meditation. I've been to yoga ashrams. I've gone on a silent retreat. I know it definitely works. It just takes a lot of time. You need to get good at it. But one thing is, once your stress starts to come down, maybe you can manage with just EFT. Okay, so that's MBSR. What is your action today? Go and try it. I want you to try this and let us how you feel. What difference does it make? Try MBSR. Let me know how you feel. And of course, share your benefit and experience with the community. I hope you find today's session extremely helpful, especially when you go through a tough time. Even if you're not, learn it. So you have this knowledge and technique ready to prepare you in those tough times that often life throws our way. All right. Take care. God bless. All the best.